Welcome back, boys and girls. Christine here with more Mechanicus II, playing as the Adeptus Mechanicus. I've got Kepra dealing with an excavation mission, and we are going to do with the compliance mission where I'm going to send Crix right here. I've got quite a few upgrades, and yeah, I've unlocked certain things that are just going to be pretty useful, like no escape and repulsor grid. Repulsor grid, if they suffer range damage, they inflict 1 damage to an attacker. Yeah. It's kind of funny how the AI does tend to get these upgrades fairly quickly, by the way, in a campaign far more quickly than you. Anyway, let's go for it.
Magus. Anomalous behavior has been observed among the Skitari fighting near the tomb of Ukonsep. It requires immediate correction. The most probable explanation is a cascading failure in data tether augmentations.
I thank the Omnisire for the opportunity to do his work with competence and timeliness.
Magus Maslovus specializes in rectifying such failures. He will minister to the effective command and catechism systems, allowing the Skitari to heed our commands once more. However, he is not a combatant. The intervention clade must protect him as he goes about his holy work.
Praises be, for I shall be protected from the ungentle talons of the alien.
We shall escort him to the affected Skitari, safe and intact. Magos Maslovus, let us depart.
Alright, let's just go with it by default. I'm going to... Well, we can only bring the robots. Fair enough. Let's get the Vanguard. Really? This is what you're gonna give me? Fair enough. I want my Rust Talkers. So we have a battle right from the get-go.
The maniple datanet indicates one of the affected units is close by. Let us minister to them without delay, my protectors.
Crix is really good for this mission, given some of the nonsense she can pull off with her skill. I'm going to need some cognition points to really make this work. Alright, so that's
Stalker Doctrina in effect.
Number of enemy units. Alright, this is no time for robots. We're going to deploy a bunch of vanguards.
Lying in wait.
Capture there. Yeah.
Patience.
Yeah, the movement range that we get is kind of ridiculous.
I detect the data scent of the prey.
Let's see if we can get them out. Yep. Just barely. But yeah. That was definitely hilarious.
Afflicted Templars, rejoice! Your agony is at an end. I have come to you as the anointed instrument of the Machine God's will. Submit to examination, and you will soon be serving your Omnissiah as Mars intended.
Mars is very far away, Magos.
Be wary, Maslovus.
Nonsense. I comprehend your suffering. Isolated from the divine chorus of the datanet, you wrestle with unbecoming uncertainties. Only a minor adjustment will let you hear the divine voice of the Omnissiah once more.
You should not have come here. We fight our war, not yours. It could have concluded in the shadows with none the wiser, but fools like you must swing the hammer to fix what is not broken.
So we're going to fight the Mechanicus. Do you see that explosive barrel? I want that barrel.
Stalker Doctrina in effect.
Barricade destroyed. They're gonna scratch my armor, huh? Another one bites the dust.
Modus Venator.
Oh, it's an alpha. I thought it was a regular ranger. Alright, send...
Optimized.
That repulsor grid is quite nice. Another one bites the dust.
Stalker Doctrina in effect.
a tragedy. Why?
From their own words, they did not cleave to the authority of Mars. I have a suspicion of their origin. It is no coincidence they do not wear the red of Mars. You may not be familiar with their heraldry, but those are the colors of Stygies 8 on their war gear.
The ever-staring Cyclops! A much ill-omened Forge world indeed. But do they truly act against the orders of the Omnisynod? Can such factionalism be at play on our Forge world?
Stygies 8 has long been the subject of dark rumors concerning the forbidden study of Xenos technology. If they prove true, and Xenorite heretics are active on Hecate's 4, we will need more than augmetic adjustments to purify our ranks.
Such notions are troubling. But my duty still stands. There are still other units cut off from the primary comsnet and left to act without sanctioned imperatives. Let us reach them quickly and return them to the Omnisci's light.
The Necrons are assaulting this section in force. They must be taking advantage of the disruption among the Skitarii. Break through them, so Maslovus can reach more non-responsive units. There is still a possibility his ministrations will prove necessary.
All right. So here we have a bell. I wonder how it's gonna go.
Modus Venator. Call the hunt.
So we have hostile units.
Patience. Lying in wait.
You have our obscured. Before we decide to piss off everyone, by all means, keep doing damage to yourself. Death marks. We'll heal him. Good position. A dodge. Pull him back. Okay.
Acquiring targets.
Hold on a second with regards to this. How lovely to
Acquiring
begin.
targets. Optimized.
My robot is dead.
Call the hunt.
Oh, soon will be.
Modus Venator. I detect the data scent of the prey. Patience. Stalker Doctrina in effect. Optimized. Ready. Lying in wait.
All right. That saved the robot.
You have demonstrated sufficient dedication to your duties, Magos Maslovus. We should fall back. Further risk to yourself and to the intervention clade will yield no useful data.
Magos Dominus, reports of Stygians on Hecateus 4 could not evade me. That the name of my forge world is still sullied by heretic activity is a source of shame.
No doubt the Omnisynod will be just as concerned, Tech Acquisitor. Should the intervention clade encounter these Stygians again, we may well be tasked with executing them. I take it there will be no reluctance to do so on your part?
Stygius 8 has many factions, Magos Dominus. The heretics among them are anathema to any Magos who adheres to the approved modus. It matters not to me if every traitor exposed is eliminated, if such is the Omnissiah's will.
I will assure the Omnisynod you assert no connection to any Stygian traitors, save the planet of your origin. I expect you to prove the accuracy of your words.
Basically, either be loyal or get screwed. And knowing what Scaevola did in the previous game, yeah, there's that.
Observational data from front lines indicates opportunity for high-impact operation with minimal resource risk.
I presume this opportunity takes the form of a dangerous enemy to be hunted down?
Presumption correct. Target is a Lord-class destroyer construct.
A particularly dangerous quarry, as we have learned.
Skitarii commanders desire the destruction of a destroyer lord transmitted to frontline units. Instructional and morale purposes. Target to be executed in view of multiple picked servitors. Objective thereby fulfilled.
A most interesting proposition, if only for further combat data on the destroyers. You have leave to pursue the prey.
Permission acknowledged. The hunt is on.
Skitarii Command Doctrina effective.
That could be useful, to be quite honest with you. No, there is that downside, unfortunately. So what did Captrix unlock, so to speak? Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Seems just better. So we got an assignment. Oh, finally. The last forge. Yep. Question sign up. So we have some Traitor Mechanicus to deal with right here. What fun. Let's go with Captrix.
Mechanicus Dominus. Our Skitarii report we have established a foothold within the tomb of Ukenset. However, certain variables are refusing to align with our dictated strategy.
As variables often do. For what purpose is the intervention clade called upon?
A tech priest manipulus named Iconaris is reported to have abandoned her orders completely. Cognitive breakdown is suspected. She is in command of a number of valuable Casaphron servitors, which must be returned to the fight. Furthermore, she must be prevented from doing further damage to the Skitarii efforts in the tomb.
The temptations of the Xenos can destroy the most faithful servant of the machine god. Selva Tenebris left me with direct experience of such a tragedy. My emotional cores register regret at the memory of my apprentice, Tiresias.
Cognitoanalysis postulates Iconaris' behavior may stem from corrupted augmentations, Necron info hazards, neurological injury, or even mere battle trauma. Such faults are impious. If she cannot be secured for repentance and repair, you are to execute her.
Well, we bring the big guns then. Lots of big guns.
Iconaris has been reported directly fighting with forward Skitarii units. Whether she is truly insane or not, she is to be considered a hostile. Our fallen Skitarii. Iconaris only left the area very recently. We must follow the trail of the dead. These must be Iconaris' servitors. If she is capable of deploying them to defend herself, she cannot have completely abandoned reason. We must break through them to reach her.
Alright then.
To preserve the majority of these servitors for reprogramming and reuse, some of them will have to be destroyed. Thankfully, irony is a higher cognitive function, so at least some in the intervention clade will not be troubled.
Right, do we have? We have a destroyer, and we have a bunch of servitors right there.
Call the hunt. Optimized.
Okay, so it's either going to be the servitor. Yeah, it is the servitor. I detect the data scent of the prey. Okay.
I detect the data scent of the prey.
That was... Next up, our missing Magos.
The Omniscient sends their executioner at last. Of course, it would be the forces of the vaunted Magos Dominus Faustinius. Are you here to offer me the mercy of a quick death? I fear it is a less tempting offer than you think.
The Omniscient believe you're acting out of madness, but I know better. I have already encountered others like you on this planet. Stygians who seek to avoid the notice of Mars' authority and pursue goals of their own. What are you seeking down here, Manipulus? What motivated you to abandon your orders and risk exposing your allegiance?
We were already exposed. Your own forces had identified and eliminated one of our frontline cells. I knew I had limited time before the Omniscient began purging us systematically. But the wretched standstill of this tomb siege sabotaged all my efforts to escape.
Your own paranoia sabotaged your efforts, Magos. Until you fled, none suspected your true purpose on this world.
Then I gave the Omniscient far too much credit. And you will never know my purpose, Martian, because one of us will die down here.
Ah, yes, the politics of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Mars and the rest of the Forged Worlds. It's not really the most happy family in the universe.
Ready. Ready. Modus Venator. lying in wait. Stalker Doctrina in effect.
Alright, another victory. But that's not it.
Manipulus, your servitors are inactive. You have no viable options remaining. Submit to judgment and attain some measure of absolution.
And what are my sins? To venture out of the abyss of ignorance? We are the true followers of the Machine God. The only heresy here is permitting the alien to hoard its knowledge, afraid of what we might learn. We could remake this galaxy if fools like the Omni-Synod did not deny to the human race all that begs to be discovered.
You are seduced by the false creed of the Xenolite and the heretic. Some knowledge should never be sought. Some experiments should never be conducted. This is the lesson learned from the dark age of technology. Through the horrors of the age of strife, I have seen the fruits of seeking the forbidden, and they are naught but bitter poison.
Spoken like a whipped cur. Spoken like a Magos of Mars.
My emotional centers return no hope remaining for Iconaris. She has abandoned all faith and reason. Our sacred duty now is to make sure her execution is swift and decisive.
Are you so enraged by the truth? You cannot deny my words, so you must silence my voice. How many lives have been wasted to protect your blessed ignorance? How many sacrifices have been rendered meaningless by the hidebound fools you serve? If I die here, at least it will be in service to the truth. Unalloyed, unafraid.
Okay then. Let's kill her. She's probably gonna have more servitors and more destroyers. Oh yeah.
Acquiring targets.
Bring forth the battle robots. Hold on.
I detect the data scent of the prey. Lying in wait.
Hold on.
Ready. Modus Venator. Patience. Patient. I detect the data scent of the prey.
That's it.
This is no victory for the omniscient, Faustinius. You can kill me, but the truth will live on. I would have preferred to die in Stygies 8, amongst the Omnissiah's true faithful. But the ever-staring Cyclops will not blink at my death. It still gazes, even into the abyss.
Life signs 0. Then her spirit is consigned to the motive force. As I feared, Iconaris was no victim of a malfunction, but one of the Stygian heretics. Tech Acquisitor, what are your thoughts on this development?
The heretics go beyond a single hunter glade. They have agents among the priesthood of Hecateus IV, too. Infiltrating a young Forge world so deeply indicates preparation. You will find no prior record of any agents from my homeworld achieving such a feat.
She spoke of seeking truths the cult Mechanicus rightly decrees as taboo. I have often heard such sentiments voiced by you.
My curiosity may lead me to the margins of the universal laws, but I have never been found guilty of modus unbecoming. My loyalty is a proven quantity.
Ah, Scaevola. Clearly. Quite a lot of loyalty from that one. Mechanicus 1, Scaevola ending. Void Dragon. But she did mention that there are various factions amongst Stygies 8.
Begos Dominus, has the renegade been deleted from the equation?
It is done. But this was no mere lunatic. Iconaris was from Stygies 8. Another example of wayward personnel emanating from that world. The severity of this infiltration is worse than we first anticipated.
Probabilities permit for some contamination of our forces from elsewhere. Yet this is beyond mere happenstance. An organized deviancy in our ranks.
Stygies 8's reputation is unorthodox, secretive, seeking proscribed knowledge.
Those Zenerite apostates, they seek to understand the alien, not just destroy it. An offense to piety and logic alike. That their forge world persists in spite of such dark rumors is a stain upon us all.
All rumors aside, a subversive faction has clearly found purchase on Hecateus IV. We are not ignorant of the fact your associate, Tech Inquisitor Scaevola, is also from Stygies 8.
You yourself are aware of the value of Scaevola's expertise, Magos Biologus. But if there are other Stygians on Hecateus IV, I counsel we track them down and rule out any possibility of conspiracy. That such foulness of thought can spread on this world in the midst of a struggle against the same alien is an offense to logic.
Root it out, bring to light, and burn. Better they're exterminated than risk their blasphemy.
If it comes to that, the intervention clade stands ready.
The tomb of Ukansep is surrounded. Thousands of Skitari, battle servitors, Archaeopter airstrikes. But progress is slow. At this rate, eons-long tectonic activity will unearth the tomb's lower levels before our excavation engines do.
If Ukensep escapes, thousands more will be lost in hunting it down again.
Analysis indicates excavation engine activity is impeded by artificially induced seismic response. Localized earthquakes damage engines, threaten to destroy. Origin points triangulated, upper levels of tomb. Location fought over by forward Skitari elements. Posit single device generating seismic waves. Solution? Device must be destroyed.
Prefect Ordnance Row. Combat demolitions have become a speciality of yours. Can it be achieved inside a Necron tomb? Beyond Skitari lines?
All is possible. Much is unlikely. Oversee demolition of target device. Follow the spearhead assaulted to the tomb. Effect destruction of Xenotech seismic generator.
Siege breacher servitors and sanctioned explosive competent menials required.
Granted. Submit effectiveness projection.
Within acceptable probability range.
Sufficient.
Acknowledged.
Depart.
Obeying.
Omnissiah be your guide, Prefect Ordnance.
Lying in wait.
Right, so we got 2 points right here. Precision trait. Okay, let's get a trait.
Omnissiah, bless our weapons and curse our foes.
Seeking specimens.
Ready.
Yeah, we're going to send her to get some self-augmentation.
By the machine god.
And then get that territory expansion.